We have Mrs. Adijat Olaniyi-Olopade. She's a financial secretary, Premium Bread Makers Association of Nigeria. That's PBAN. She's joined me right here in the studio to give me my daily bread.
Yes.
Is it?
Your daily bread.
Good morning.
Good morning, lady. Good morning, lady. Yes. I'm glad to be here. Good morning, viewers.
Yeah, so, looking at, some of the inputs, goes into your business. We're seeing flavor that's gone up from 12K to about 15,000 naira. We're seeing softener. That rose from 60,000 naira to about 130,000 naira. I'm sure you tell us the metrics there. Yeah. Sugar, that dropped, I believe, from 80,000 to 74,000.
Yes.
Milk, 85,000 to 120,000 naira. Yeast dropped 65K to 60,000 naira. So it's like a mixed picture there with some of your inputs.
It is.
Help us break it down.
Okay. Our main ingredient is flour, followed by sugar, and the other components that you spoke about. Relatively, we've had stability in the price of flour for the past 1 year. Sugar had come down, but every other component had increased significantly. Softener, we use softener, we had an increase, a huge increase. We use preservative, that had increased too. We use margarine, that had increased. So it's like a bouquet. So at the end of the day, we just have to find a balance. And that's why price of loaves are still where they are now. We've not had any significant drop in prices. Some had stabilized, some had increased.
Right. And
so at the end of the day, we're still where we are.
Right. Nothing has changed.
Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed significantly.
At this point. All right, let's look at consumers. Consumers change.
Oh,
definitely. At this point. Have you noticed anything with demand?
Consumer dynamics are changed, basically due to the purchasing power of consumers. When we started, if I want to use myself as an example, when I started baking, that's about 13 years ago, the largest size of loaf we had was 900 grams. And pre-COVID, before COVID, we had 1.3 kg of loaves because it was like people were conscious of the value of buying big loaves. But now, we are doing 300 grams of bread. 300 grams. From 1.4 kg to 300. And now, the 300 grams is the one that is moving volumes.
So does it mean the bread has gotten lighter?
No, people can't afford to buy 1.3 kg of bread is over 2,000 naira. 300 grams of bread is going for about 400 naira. Purchasing power, people can't afford. How many family can put 2,000 naira to buy bread? So now we have consumers buying 300 naira, 400 naira loaves. So we can see, like, that's what I said, from the 2000 when people were buying 1.5 kg bigger loaves for the family. But you see people buying 400 naira, 300 naira bread. So consumer changes, the purchasing power of the consumers, as it's going down, it's affecting. And any discerning bakery now definitely has to follow the trend. We're all doing smaller size loaves now. Despite the fact that when you look at it, it's more expensive to do smaller size of loaves because you use the same power, the same number of people, but you have to follow the consumer trend. That's what people want to buy. And that's what we're doing.
I guess
you have to still maintain the quality despite the fact that you're doing smaller loaves. Because despite the fact that people are becoming more conscious of cost conscious, they still want quality. So the same quality that you do for the bigger loaves, you still have to do the same for the smaller loaves.
So I guess that gives us a snapshot of the state of the
economy.
Consumer,
average consumer, yes.
In Nigeria. Because most of the time, if we don't paint this picture, you think everything is okay.
It is not.
For the consumer. The consumer is hit on all sides.
Yes.
At this point, from rising energy prices to everything just eating into your disposable income. At this time. So as a business, how do you take all of this in?
As a business, like I said, we're doing 1.4 kg before, and now we're doing 300. So we just had to follow the trend. How are you going to survive in business? We all have overheads, we have staff, we pay rent, We have to transportation of loaves. So how do you stay doing some of bakeries? We said 10,000 loaves before, and now you're now doing 5,000. So we just have to change our dynamics,
right,
and follow the trend of the consumers, which is it's whatever, you know. Pre-COVID, it was like bakery business was pre and during COVID. It was like food business was the in thing. Everybody thought, oh, you can make money from bakeries. So now we have a lot of competition. A lot of competition. That's why it's becoming. If you go to any neighborhood now, there's no way you won't see 2 bakeries. There's a brand that come into Nigeria now, a chain of brand that every area you see them open, they have a bakery. So competition has made us more, we are all now more discerning now, and we really have to think of how do you continue to stay in business and make money.
Right.
So whatever you need to do.
So that's a lot of competition. And you know, definitely looking at your association now,
yes,
the Premium Bread Makers Association of Nigeria. What kind of conversations are you guys having?
Fine, fantastic. Thank you. That's why, you know, when you talk about it, when you have an association, you have to look at the well-being of your members. So we have, as an association, we have a day out that we're having sometimes next week, and we're planning to bring members in, bakers. We're going to have a master class. We're going to teach people the business of baking, pathway to profitability, productivity, and growth. Because we've realized that in as much as more bakeries are coming in, most bakeries are still shutting down. We have a platform that you see people selling their equipment day in, day out, because people are not making money. So on that day, we're going to teach people, we have a master class, we're going to teach people, how do you run your business? How do you look at your numbers? How do you get raw materials at cheaper rates? How do you prevent spoilage? Because that's one of the albatross of the business. How do you use technology to drive your business? How do you use modern equipment? So it's going to be a beautiful day, and we're going to have exhibitors. We're coming with suppliers who come and give discounts, and so it's going to be a beautiful day for
and we need to help those struggling businesses so that we can
how to survive.
Our favorite bread going forward, and hopefully cheaper.
I can't promise.
Yeah.
I can't promise. But what I can promise, like, we are still going to continue to maintain the quality. But cheaper, I really doubt cheaper bread being available.
All right. Hopefully, and hopefully the price of butter also goes down.
Butter. Butter is not made in Nigeria. I think we have just made about 2 companies.
Yeah, I saw the price of butter in the supermarket recently, and I was like, is this real?
I really doubt.
Over 10,000 naira for butter? Coupled
with increased import rates next year. Yes, so I don't see butter coming down.
Wow.
So
the bread and the butter.
Thank
you so much.
Yes.
It was great having you for this conversation. Mrs. Adijat Olaniyi-Olopade, she's the Financial Secretary, Premium Bread Makers Association of Nigeria. Thank you so much, ma'am, for coming on.